Hi, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I'm a little tired, but nevertheless, I want to get my messages out because TikTok and all these people, they like to block me from telling the truth, and that's okay. I don't want to violate no guidelines, but people, please go and watch Majestic 12. These are the things that I'm saying, one of the movies or documentaries to watch. There's so many of them. But that's one of them in particular. Maybe that helps to get you or to have an understanding to awaken, because so many are deceiving, as many as we come, and the Lord says, "Speak it." So the ones that know, they can hear. That means that if you're being deceived by many, and one that goes around and use many because it reproduces itself, what spirit and time that we are in, this is spiritual warfare. That means you cannot see everything, but some things that's being hidden is being manifested in the real. So you get to see. So you get a choice to want to take some of your truth bill. You get to say whatever you want to believe, but you should want to believe the things that I'm saying about your world government or whatever it is. These are how they feel. Not everybody's bad, but the bad people got to call their people out. So if you work in a hospital and you know that they're doing things that they shouldn't do, giving medication to a patient that they shouldn't be giving medication to. If they're doing some things to harm and they playing around and doing some things they shouldn't be doing, some things that to somebody family line or to the ones that they shouldn't do it to, because you can do it, you can get away with it. Doesn't matter how much they pay you, but some of them did. They jumped on the bandwagon. Why? Because it pays very nicely, and so surely I'll do whatever I need to do. These ones is better at all costs. They said, trust me, I'll get the job done. I'll do it. You're my God, and I honor you because He made me. Now, who all of these He is have all of these she children. These are these ones that follow this illusion. These are these ones that hang in these parts. They go to the churches, they hang in the parks, they hang in these places, they go to all the entertainment, they go to their venues and entertain each other. They understand this is a world of business, and to get in, you got to do some crooked stuff so they know to keep a secret, because that's how you get in and all that getting in, and they make sure they get your children and they show you how they did it. Some parents gave up their children, and these people that join forces with these people and they say, oh, I want to be just like them. When I get up there, I want to spend all my money. I do whatever I got to do just to have that life. And then some of us had a great witness that bared life, and he was one of the greats. And DMX in this life that told us some good things. Earl. Everybody knew Earl, but there was another Earl. Said here he been approached by the devil 3 times. Listen, people, this is their world. They'll get you and compromising things. They'll put you in pictures and things like that and ask you what you like, what flavor is that? What do you like? I put you with a drink like that. You drink, you dance, whatever you do. We want you to be in filth. Why? So we can say you the same, and then we get to blame you. You see what I'm saying? They stand in the back. They make sure y'all do all of it. They do it too, but they don't do it enough to make you look like them, because they make sure they get control. And you know what that is? That means you gave up on yourself and you said, I'll bow down to whatever you say. And they did that to many of our men. And our men joined a brotherhood. The sisters joined the sisterhood. Eastern stars, warlocks alike. These people had to be part of this life to be able to look like the right thing, because the right thing is the truth. You see how they manipulate and make believe we are doing it right. We got a child. We have a family. We went to schools. We got our degree. We earned our position. We did. We did it honestly. That's the illusion. Because if you play in the system, how high you want it to go. They call it the royal families. How royal you want to be. How high do you want to go? They say these are lizards and these are all kinds of different alien children. Who are these ones that's Nephilim and all these people that's hanging and got the spirit of those demons? Who are them? That you say that's not your friends, that's not your sister, that's not your cousin that works in the school system. That's a teacher. Oh no, she would never. No, when your spirit is never, you can tell the truth. Many people got to say this what this world did to you. Some of us was underneath the camps in the concentration and it's put poison in your brain. You got to speak it. A lot of them are saying that they're not crazy and they're insane, but those are puppets. They'll say anything. Yeah, they might, but they also tell the truth. But something had to get them to be scared enough to still take a chance and risk their life. Do you think that's AI? Everything that's a trick. That's conspiracy. I don't know what to believe. That's because you can't believe in you. If you don't believe that your experience of life, and these are the things that our people is talking about, there's too many people showing videos. I can't believe that. Surely it's not another world they're lying to us about. This is all the world I know. Is it? How come they made Roswells and all kinds of things and 47s and 1958s and 1923 or whatever it is that they told to make a lie to tell you about? This is where they was introducing the mark of the beast. Those that take part in any of their things. Those that didn't wake up to get out of their things. If you didn't love yourself enough to regain something, you got to be able to stand and tell the truth and say, I'm not with all things. That doesn't mean that you didn't do some of those things. That means you stopped and you thought about, let me get out of here. Because that's the power that comes down and said, these are the things that has to get out of here. These are the things that have to be revealed. Those that won't tell the truth and they're too scared to reveal the things they did because they have no reason and no understanding to back it up to say I did all these things to an innocent one that didn't deserve it. That is a crime in itself, people. That means you went above a radar that you shouldn't have went. It's an offense. It's a crime when you do certain things to someone that doesn't deserve it. And if you went through those things, you got to play in your lane. You can't go outside causing pain. If you cause pain, you have to stay with yourself. You see, everybody, this is why we have all the stories of pain and why we have all these things and say, well, everybody got a story. Who is this one that was walking around putting us in some type of, what's the word? Everybody goes through some type of torture down here. You got to go through something. You got to get initiated down here. They got to find out which one is the truth. They need you to go and give your blood somewhere. Let me see what's wrong with you. Let me see how much you weigh. Let me see if your cholesterol is good. Let me tell you what you eat. Go see a psychiatrist. Go see a dietitian. Go see the dietitian. Let them tell you about how you should eat. Go jog. Go do something. Let me get paid. Everybody's getting paid for something that they got down here. And they say, well, they just doing a job. Yeah, they doing a job of you. They studying every kind of goddamn thing about you. The dentist studying your teeth, finding out what bloodline you from, what set you claim. Let me see who's the real one. They don't know, so they picking, and everybody keep going down there. Let me trust them. These are the politicians. These are the ones I wishing. These are the ones that give us all attention. After they give you attention, they say, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. And after you've been on rolling home, you've been hitting the stone, you've been feeling good about this world, you realize this world is an illusion. You mean this is Satan's world? You mean I've been going where Satan go? Yeah, where would Satan go? I'll go in your schools. I'll mess with your kids' mind. I will turn them against you. I will do it never nicely. I will invite you to our schools. I'll invite you to our places, and I'll take you on the trips. You want to go flying? Do you want to go traveling around the world for a job? Do you think about what these people do? Do you think about these misfits, the ones that play on the wrong side and make it bad for the right people and the right ones? They got to tell the truth. Is too scared. These are the ones that they say, no, Shirley, you can't be telling the truth. Listen, then why don't y'all take it off the air then? Why don't y'all put your stuff in the music? Why do y'all show us what you do when you go into your concerts, how you calling on dark forces and doing things to encapsulate the minds of the people? Energy harvesting. Why don't you tell the people the truth? But you say, but you do it in a conniving way. You say, well, that's not what we're doing, but we can see you doing it on stage. You got sermons and all kinds of things, doing wicked things to gain power and authority down here. But do you know that is a such force that tell your force to go sit down somewhere? Because you exposed yourself and then you did it to the wrong one and you sent your people after somebody and God said, that's a no-no. You can't do that. You're supposed to have stayed in your lane. You're supposed to taught your children better. You should have taught your children. Don't cause no harm to no one that is not in your lane. You can't do all of those things when you cross a line. And you're crossing the line where it's high authority that says judgment. on all you people, because on one did the wrong thing and is connected to all the wrongness that you're all put across the world, and the things that you're connected to, little boys and girls and the families that made a secret and made mockery out of me. Those are the ones that my family is saying. Those are the ones I'm watching. I can see each one of you that did the wrong thing is connecting and thinking to hold on to your peace at the sake of an enemy that said, don't tell, because I don't want you to tell on me. That means you have to tell on yourselves, because why? You chose to go against whatever principle you said. These are the things that you do to yourself. That's not my words. Read it for yourself. Go back in the book and tell you if you got jealousy, hatred, envy, malice, any type of encrypted thoughts, and you know, and you play in dark arts and you wish things on people that's innocent, that you shouldn't play with their hearts, and somebody that loved you genuinely or genuinely, somebody that took their time out, some people that stood there and listened to you honestly. They was fair with you. They wanted to uplift you. They wanted to see the best in you, but you couldn't see the best in you, so you chose to be with the less and the less of you, and then you feel entitled because you got jobs and you've been through hurt and pain. How come nobody's looking at you? How come you're not getting no privilege? And how come God is not saying this? Well, if you think your God is something and you're coming against a battle that you shouldn't be battling, that's not sensible. That doesn't make sense. That means that I believe that it's a power that governs all lands, and the highest land of the highest court. It says these are the principles, and anything that goes against those principles of the unrighteous for the unjust to be just, no, is the last must be forsaken. To be the last was forsaken. That's why we all have the pain and hurt. And the Lord said, the last shall become first, and the first shall become last. Why? Because they did all the things first. That was wrong. And they enjoyed it for a long time. And they said, well, surely you've been getting away with it for a long time until you came against a real one. That means I'm here to tell the truth. And they said, well, who are you? I'm here to tell the truth about the order of these people, how they can manipulate and use the system, because the system allowed them, they pay them to be quiet, because these are the things that you're saying, that you should be quiet. It's a secret society. You must keep quiet. You must obey it. The honors of these rules, you got to do hand gestures and all kinds of despicable things to keep the secret, because that's what they say, to make them to honor you. Either way, what I'm saying is, pay attention to the people that sign up for these places and things. Who is these people? Who is your friends? Who's the companies you keep? When you don't hang with these people and they can't take a picture and say, oh, I got you somewhere, they got to make it up. They got to use digital practice. They got to practice some things. You say, oh, you telling on me. No, you know that the ones that cross over, there's watchers that watches over us. We're not here by ourselves. So whatever they told us, it's time to wake up, because it was an illusion. And they told us these was lies or conspiracy. Oh, Shirley, you're saying something that's me. No, you put it in the movies, and I watched it on TV. I read your books. I read it nicely. Yes, all the books and everything that you have down here, all the books and libraries, every history that we have that we read is lies. But I learned to see the truth where your lies begin and where the truth is. And I'm telling you that you have it hidden in plain sight. And then you say, well, this is the truth. So do I need to read all the truth if I see where the truth is? And I see that where the lie is, and you put it in religion and all kinds of hospitals and all kinds of things, that where people go to not get well in, but you heal some so you can see light. So everybody goes like, well, they do save people. They saved me. I'm one of them. It's a couple of thousands. But then when they took away our rights, when they told you couldn't see your loved one in 2020, they made it difficult for your loved ones to have the support. So you couldn't see what they was doing. They was doing all kinds of things. They was getting away with murder. They was doing all kinds of things, and you couldn't see the bodies piling up. These are the things that they was doing, and putting them in trucks and things, and calling pizza gates a lion gate or whatever kind of gates they got. Then they got all kinds of things. We said, we got to make a rule. We need to keep these people out. No, let them come in. Everybody is not welcome, and everybody's not human. So when you want to play with some things, and you want to see that these people, when they turn and you point them out, and then they in your house, and you having dinner, and you get one of them mad, and you see that they can't hide because you're able to see some way, and you starting to think, my love is peaceful. I'm coming in peace. How come this man and woman is arguing with me? Why would they flip over my food? Why would they do this? That is the devil, you see. That means you need to get away from those ones. Those ones got something on them. Those are entity attachments. These are the things that you can't see. So when people think, I don't believe in all that, that's evil. No, you are. Because because those ones that's going to say that, those are ones that's practicing on you. So if you're wondering why you are a little crazy or you're a little stuck, why would you fall for somebody that just give it up? When you think about these things and you think about yourself, how we let ourselves loose, how many times that we didn't stop. These are not the ones that got it right. The ones that got it right, these are for the people that don't know. You need to be able to tell your children, tell your brother, your cousin, tell them the way that they're traveling, that the way they should not go. If they don't listen, that's because they don't want to know. They still want to stay in a place that's telling them to go the wrong way, make more harm, do more pain. Come with me because I'm not going down. Everybody's going to call out somebody else's name. That pressure is going to come, and it's not loud. It's in people's homes and arguments and things. Why? Because it's time for them. Their story is up. They're going to try to change. Either way, you coming after somebody like me, I'm just telling you the truth. They said, well, how can you keep saying stuff? How can you know this stuff? Because when you know the attributes of stealing, killing, to destroy, it tells you these people are the Nephilims of those gods that said, let me make man in our own image, to go and have a debased mind. Go read it in Romans and 23. Let me tell you, people are hard-headed. How come I'm hard-headed? How come I don't listen to you? How come I don't listen? What do I have to do? Why don't listen? Why don't listen to you? 'Cause I don't hear you. Well, if you can't hear me, how am I supposed to hear you? I don't believe in that. Don't believe in it because they sure believe in you. If I had a story, if I had your glory, if I had a story, I'll say it to you. All right. Let me see. Uncircumcised. What? 26. I'm going to close. In Romans 26, you can read it and all that, get in and get an understanding. Whether you're circumcised or uncircumcised doesn't mean that you cannot have an entity attachment to you. These are things that people say in doing acts of intimacy, or these things called tantric sexual um, things where they call on the dark and they use whatever how they do it. I'm not going to marvel after them. I'm just telling you what it is that these people do. They have altars and things and pictures of you. These are the things that when people see your face and they can see my face, they're going to take me to a politician or practitioner and they're going to tell you, leave this one alone. She's not meant to be messed with. That's what they're saying to you. That's not, I don't think they got to tell you that, because that means that you're messing with something that's covered by the Most High. That means that you should leave this one alone. She's not here for you. But since you made it a business, the Lord said, these ones, I'm not going to know you because you turned your back on me when you've seen that it goes by the principles of having the action or whatever we believe to be good or kind-hearted or believing of goodwill or faith. Did you have that faith of a mustard seed? Did you travel that way? After you did not, you know you bumped your head some way. You made all kinds of mistakes and scars, but if you got healed and you went through your levels, then surely that you are able to understand to say, I can make better judgments. I can be a better example of me. I don't need the world to tell me who I am. I don't need something to stand next to me to tell me, oh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be somebody. You have to already be what you already are. That means that you need to be proud of the road that you came from, to be able to say, I did that. By what? By faith, because you could not get yourself out of wherever you were coming in or coming from until you understand something that people have to take you through some things to let you learn some things about yourself and say, I love myself because I went and I came a long way. I remember I grew. Now, everybody that don't know that this is the order of life, that we supposed to evolve, we supposed to grow up, we supposed to change, we supposed to change our mind. And if you did all these things and you flew as high as you went and you did it as much as you can go, if you said as much as you can take and you did all kinds of shows, and after you did that and your mind still said, I feel like I'm missing something because this is all this world said that's how high you can go. They want to keep you to be stuck. They want your mental to not to grow because as long as you live in your lower frequency, when you lusting after women and you drinking and you doing all kinds of things and we putting ourselves in parties and we hanging out, we going to house parties, we having a bottle or whatever kind of celebration. Somebody passed away, we celebrating over that. If you celebrating over death to see how much money we gonna make from that. These are the things that these people wanted to go climb up the ladder to see if you could get in somebody's house to see Kill Bill in them, and you wanted to see Hillary, whatever kind of thing. They said Rockets Gate, Pillgate, and all these things that also on top of the islands. And they said, well, do you want to go to Epstein Island, whatever kind of island? Then they got people that's taking away our children. Nolans, and they setting us up with these people. And these people are supposed to be friends, you see. Do you see who they are using? They're using close people to proximity. Do you understand how they playing their game? They using their people and they making sure they doing it in your face and they got excuses for it. And they're like, I didn't know this is war people. This is kingdoms against kingdom. They don't want God's children to rise. So if we ever come to our conscience, we'll stop being gay. We stop being alphabets and playing in that way, making the men forget that they are men. You need to stay in your place. The women is forgetting that they're women. They go into women's that way. If that's what you want to do, just believe and know that that way is unacceptable to the Most High, because the Most High made us straight and told us that we're incorruptible. So if we going away against the principle of the order that is supposed to be, it doesn't mean I'm making fun at you. That means that those are curses that made us feel and think that that's okay to be that way, and that whatever life taught us or brought us from and made us feel that we're attracted that way. Some people, it's not going to come out of that. They're happy who they with. They don't care. They rather go down that way. I'm not condemning you. I'm just saying to the people, you get a choice to say, what part are you willing to fight for, to be able to abort some parts of you, to be able to be on the righteous side of you, to be able to call some people out, to say I used to be like that, or to show it as an example of change, to say I came from a place that was dark, that was taking me away from who I am. Now it was a fight to get back to who I am. That right there is hard, people. So if anybody's making it hard and arguing with you, and you understand that you come in peace, and you just come to remind us it's something better than what they're telling us that we are. Why would you get mad at me? Because I'm telling you that's where they hide at, and they're gonna get mad. Why? Because that means, oh, you're telling all the secrets. How dare you tell on me? Where was you hiding? Was you a bee on the wall? Where was you? I didn't see. How could you know certain things about me? I was hiding in the dark. These are my skeletons. You took my skin off my bones. Now I feel like I'm exposed. I'm more like an explosion. How could this be? Why did you come? Why are you looking at me? Who's this one? Why did you bring her? Where did she come from? How come she keeps spying on me? I'm not spying on you. People spy on yourself. You put it on TV. We get to look at it and laugh at it and say, well, that was a good movie. We like that. You made fun of us and you made video games. You said we could play ourselves. So when somebody stop playing themselves, keep getting a new edition of a basketball game or whatever it is, then you go and see it in person. You get to see how much pain they caused for. Nobody had to did nothing. They didn't even bother you. They didn't hurt your family in no type of way. But how many people you beat unmerciful, you can knock them down. This is all like games and sports is made to be hurtful. Who is this God that used money to say this is the way to win? You can use your sport, you can use your power, brute force. This is the way to get in. Who is this God that just said that that's your God and your children that you were saying, this is my father? This is when y'all say amen. Y'all gotta say it. You can't say you didn't know. What you can say is you didn't believe. Who you didn't believe is if you read these words and you go to these religions, you get on your knees and you raise your hand and you praise to these politicians to get you in. I want to get in the door. It's not about not getting in, but do you want to get in for the right reason? Do you want to get in the right way? If you want to get somewhere, when you want your honor to get you there, do you want your mind and your integrity to be intact, that you didn't have to pay your way? You should want something about yourself that even if you got to take it to slow, even if it could take you all day, even if it take you some years, but you're willing to take it that way because you'd rather to keep your sanity of your peace, to say, I'd rather keep myself because I don't want nothing controlling me. When you get that spirit in you and you understand what that means to you, then you understand why it doesn't matter matter how many tell you, oh, you speaking wrong, why you think you should be speaking like that, you feel like you better than everybody who made you like that. That means that you went through something, somebody. For our women to understand our womanly principle, that when we didn't know ourselves, we did all kinds of things that was beneath ourselves, and then you found somebody that helped you to teach you why you should love yourself, because they didn't have love for you. They didn't know nothing about it, not the way you was coming. This is Shirley, this is different, I don't know what to do with this one. That means you got to show up being honest. That means to be true. Be true of yourself, because whatever you was and whatever you've been through, you're tired of that place or that person or whatever that was of you. You're willing to tell the truth, because that no longer, you want that to be part of you. Whatever you did wrong, whoever you did wrong with, whoever you did wrong to, do you know to have the ability to make it right with somebody? Your conscience should be able to tell you, give you the strength to make something right. If that spirit is not in you, then you can't say you're a child of God. You can't say I'm a child of righteousness and do the unrighteous thing. Hold on to your secrets, hold on to your pain. Let it out. Be able to be honest about it, because this is how people learn that no matter what darkness you came from something, and you're able to stand with a clear mind. You could be honest, and you get to see yourself stand proud, not to be proud or boastful, but you're proud in your spirit that it took you to do something that was hard for you. And then whether it's easy for somebody else, but something that's hard for you to do, if telling the truth is hard, and that's hard for you, and you learn to be that, and you learn to speak that out loud, that's something to be proud of. That's something to be amazed of, because that was hard for you to do. That's something that took for something to say, surely I want to leave my old self. I'd rather not be that, because the more you lie, the more that you're comfortable. The more that's still you, you did not change. The more you stay the same, you still in that same lane. The more you tell the truth, the honest you get, the closer you get to the better part of you. Because God's going to make you be honest, because that's what you're supposed to do. So if you got an honest person that was honest to you, you got to make it right with the person that was honest to you. It's not, I'm going to see how I feel about it. Let me think about it. Let me let some time pass. Let me wait so I feel like it. But the best way to feel like it is to say, Lord, let me be in your likeness and time. So in your time, that I can be honest. Take your time. It's not a rush. It shouldn't be something somebody force you to do. When you understand who you are and why you're meant to do, if you want to be better than yourself, you got to, God said, the Most High, fear and dishonesty and unloyalness and fairness and hurt and harm, a deceit, a person to cause or to an illusion or an intent to cause harm. So whatever your intent and intentions are, and your mission is to deceive or kill, to destroy or harm or break up anything or cause an infraction in something that the Lord said you should let be. If the Lord said this is what is prescribed, it is no man or woman that's supposed to intercede or try to cross those barriers. That means that you crossed a spiritual crime, and all the lands in heaven which is here on earth is judgment. And those ones that stand by this ones, that the ones that was wrong, these are the families that's standing up for the ones that was wrong. So whether they're here or not, these are ones that will be vindicated. Pay attention, because it's going to be a lot of slow singing, a lot of flowers bringing. If the burglar alarm starts ringing, you got to listen. If you hear the alarms and you hear the things, are you paying attention to the signs? Are you listening to what the weather is saying to you? Are you listening to the rain, how it's saying and how it's coming down a little bit more? If you listen to it, it can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. That means that someone else should be scared. What's coming for me? Did I do the wrong thing? Can I change it? Can I reverse it? Not if you don't, if you deny the Lord on purpose. I don't know. You got to think about that. How many did you make it right to? Did you make it right to the one that you should have made it right to? If the Lord said, I made someone to be gentle and care and give you my spirit of example of what it looks like, what we should have down here. If that one is to be abused or to be ridiculed, that's how you feel about me, I take that personal, and so does my bloodline, the tribe of her family. So if you didn't get an awakening about that, you say, I feel bad now. You should want to feel bad enough to want to understand that these people did not tell you that there's another way that you can get something the same without hurting nobody and keeping your sound mind. You didn't have to work hard to go step on somebody and care about somebody's name. They make all these things and runways and all these clothes and shoes. Why? They not the ones, man. And you don't see they kids running around with those shoes and things, or those big belts and things. They made it for people like you and me. Why? Because they know that we would care the most. Because that's how we tell our worth, by spending all our money on their names and riding in their big fancy cars that cost a fortune. And because you could drive them around, and he said, "Look, I made of something." There's a difference if you made to drive something that you ain't had to do nothing, but things came to you. Or God saw that it was favor, so the Lord just favor you. Listen, people, when you do good things, I believe that good things will follow you, even the enemies that's rising against me. But if you hear my words and you say, "Well, I'm going to use that for me," if you hear somebody that's speaking, and it's a whole lot of them, and it's one of them don't look like me, they don't even belong. They're not even part of the family. Pay attention, you people, you FBI, CIAs, and for people that's listening out there. So if you want to listen to something, you got to think about it. It shouldn't take you a rocket ship to find out if there's one being down here that's accused by something, and all these people is doing something for nothing against somebody that's innocent. How many of you, how long it takes to find out that all these ones, oh, they're connected to this one is in this phone, this one going to this house? How many times does it take, and how long does it take to figure it out? That means you might need somebody on your team. You might need somebody like me to help you figure it out. But nevertheless, I'm not asking you to beg you to be on your team. I'm telling you that something needs to be corrected, because there's a better way that everybody get what they want, as long as you're doing it correctly. You see how that go? That means you ain't got to hide and be corrupted just to do things, to get things a certain way. But you shouldn't have to steal and pay for somebody to get some information on our people to study us, and then keep a secret of your technology so they can figure it out. Now, if you got technology, you're going to treat it a little bit back to us and keep most of it to yourself, and then say you got to tell the truth. I swear to tell the truth, and then you make the courts and things and make somebody swear on the Bible that's already started a lie, because they already said he already to make man in our own image, and then they made Eve and made Adam, and then said, "Well, we made Adam from the dirt," and then they said, "Well, we give you a woman from your rib. We give you a woman from your rib," which is Eve, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Then he had somebody. Then they said, "Go cleave to your father or mother." How? They didn't even have that. So if he was made, where was his mother and father, and where would he cling to go get a wife? You see the examples they said. And because she went and entertained a reptilian species that was talking to her and intertwined and did some doing, the husband came, Adam came looking, and he was like, sort of get down. She said, "Come on, this feels good." He joined in. That's why it was 3, and that's why they had to repent, because they realized they was naked. Why? Because they did a sexual sin. You don't want to believe that's what it says. It don't say, well, I didn't exactly say that. That's exactly what happened, because what else would they realize that they naked in the garden in the first place? What made them believe that they was naked? They was walking around naked in the first place. But why did they feel ashamed? That they didn't feel ashamed that they didn't do something. Then she became wise, like God. And you won't surely die. You'll be all knowing. That's what it told her. And this is where this. Then they had 2 sons, according to the scripture, Cain and Abel. One of us was a killer of our blood brother or sister. These are the same ones that live today. These are the ones that's jealous of their own brother and their own sister. These people need to be able to sit down and find out if they really loved you or not, because a lot of siblings is jealous of what the other one got. If they got fame or fortune or whatever, it don't have to be that, but you can just have people that like you genuinely. And people just like your energy. They just like the energy you carry. People don't like you for that. "Oh, you shouldn't have that. I like that on me. I want rather have that. I look more better for it, because I wear heels. I do all of this. I had the job. I went through all of this. I should be better for that." These people are supposed to be helping people that is less unfortunate and that needs help. These are the ones that goes against all of those principles. Who is that God that will bang you in your temple, and you see those things on the street, and you see blood, you see all the red pouring, and you said these people is keeping score, how many bodies that they're hanging up, how many people is losing to the shore, how many people is hanging? Who is these people that they're hanging up? Why are they chasing after us? It's kingdoms against kingdoms, principalities. They trying to find out which one they're going to be able to run this place. They're trying to take away God's children, and God's children is saying, "People, you're going the wrong way, because our ancestors ain't playing that, because they've been wronged and they speaking from under the ground." grave. They're trying to correct something. They're saying these people as families members, these ones are doing things to make certain things happen. I went before my time. Once you listen to them, your ancestors are speaking for the ones that speak to them, and you can see them speaking through the cars or wherever how they use, whether they speaking through us to music, whether you go outside and you're listening through nature, they telling you through the birds, they telling you that something is happening. Are you paying attention around you? Something is fakers. Who is this world and got these people that work for them? Who is them that say, I'm not them, I don't be with them, I'm not hanging with them? When you stop going to their party, stop giving yourself, because people's putting spiritual attachments, they putting demons on top of someone and sending them around, and that one is not acting like themselves. Those ones can't see if they acting other than themselves. The person that's on the outside, the ones that can see, you got to find out if you got the spirit of you that you can speak and pray over your loved ones. Can you cast that spirit out? That doesn't mean your loved one, they can be tainted, and some of them are who they are. Not everybody. Some of them made an assignment, and some of them call that God they God, and they would do whatever. Are you strong enough to be able to see if it had to be one of yours? Are you willing to walk away and be able to hurt if it have to hurt you? Are you willing to walk away in peace? When those ones find who their truth is, and you find out if that's you, you will have to be able to pull out the people, even if those are people that you work for, your friends too. Tell them to stop doing some things, or you have to stop being their friends with them. Otherwise, all that's getting, all that get understanding, all that measure, if you're a standby and you've been standing by watching things happen, and you're a person that don't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing because I'm gonna act like I ain't seen nothing happen. If you got paid to do anything, to turn a blind eye. If you was a detective or you was a spy, whatever position you play, no matter how far or little you are, if you played anything, even if you played the blind guy, even if you played somebody on the street that couldn't see, or somebody that was homeless, whatever positions you play, your intent of what you're doing. Are you doing it to be deceivers, or are you testing people's intent to see how they would treat you? Because the Most High would use us down here for that fact too. But see how people would treat us if you had nothing to give them, or if you didn't have something that the world said that you're something worthy, or you don't look like you belong to somebody, and nobody know you, you're nobody's worthy. But if you speaking the truth, and you get to see if you one of those children that got treated miss poorly, and they got put to the side, and people put you down because you were struggling and you were just trying to find your way, but you stay true to you. You remember certain things about you that you're not willing to do just to get you where you want to be. You're willing to have some love for yourself to say, you know what, I'll do it slowly. If that's you, then you can rest assured to say, I'm going the right way. And I greet you in an honest way of peace. Share this video and wake up. Go watch some of their TVs. Go watch some of these movies, their cartoons, anime, Baki, and watch how they telling you about you, the things that your mind can think about. Let them tell you about you. You keep watching it in a way where it's like, oh, that's nice, that's camera trick. Do you know that they're talking about you? While you showing everything, using your bodies like lemon juice, squirting on top of the plate, you're losing your life force, you're spreading all types of ways. You're not even remembering who you are, why you should hold it some way to let somebody respect you to get that far with you this day. That's me. And that's why I say it's women that stand like me, that is standing for ourselves. We're not willing to give ourselves to anybody. Some people don't believe that love exists. If you don't find the love in yourself, you say, well, surely nobody loves the way I love, so I'd rather stay by myself. You can. And it's a good thing, because let yourself believe and preserve yourself, to love yourself. Then everybody don't deserve you because they say they love you or they like you in your outfit. Why should they see all these things? Why wouldn't you want to wait for a woman to change herself from who she used to be? I'm not saying that you can't, that, or if you was that way, you should want to change, to say, I used to be, but I'm better than I used to be. I love myself better this way. I could go to sleep. I'm proud of myself. I came a long way. You should be proud of the things and the roads you crossed, the things you had to get there, the things it took you to keep your remorse, to hold you down, to give you a chest in your heart, to let it stay green, something to give your vocal chakra to be blue, so you can speak for something and make people think about something that they never thought about, something they never seen. Do you need a picture to be painted for you, or do you use your mind to be an illusion and make your own picture for you? Once you look at what this world is doing to you, they telling us that we're mishaps, we less than what we're supposed to be, and the men don't love their women. They calling us hoes and all kinds of names, and the women's calling us the B words and all kinds of low, grateful, ungrinded things, and we shaking and jiving all over the place and showing everybody and that man and all the women is glowing at that woman. Yeah, I like that woman. Yeah, oh, she's bad. She's a bad one. And we following after whatever is you consider to be bad, and then when it's something that is good that got a head on her shoulders, and she's glad to be natural, and she's thankful to be her, to be able to have something that the Lord said, this is the way I want somebody to represent me. Be more appreciative of how you was born, the things I created you to be. Those that remember, no matter what you've been through, that you remember that I made you a certain way so I can see how people would treat you if you honored me. There's a difference, people. It is a difference. If you honor in the Lord and you see how people treat you, because you think about yourself not being, this and when you thinking about being God's equal, well, yes, I want to be the best at whatever the Lord said, the Lord seeing you. Why wouldn't you want to be the best at that if the Lord chose you? I don't wanna, it's too much for me. I don't wanna, it's too much for me. I don't wanna listen, I don't wanna believe. I don't wanna believe that can be. I don't think this world is what you're talking about. I like it the way when I didn't know nothing. I didn't have to watch myself. I didn't have to look at myself and see that I was going the wrong way for the wrong avenue for the wrong reason. I didn't think that it was that bad. I didn't see myself that way. If you don't see yourself to judge someone else to see what status they want, you beneath me because you ain't even in my lane. You ain't even drive the same car. You don't even hang with the same people. You can't even get in the same rooms I get into. It's a certain way to have a certain way to be looking down on someone. Because the same ones you look down on, how did you get there? Did you do it in a fair way? Because if you did it in a fair way, you wouldn't have an attitude like that. You would have humility. You think about how far and how much it takes for a person to get there and to still maintain their peace. That's something this world don't got. You can't put that on the scale. You can't see how much that way. It's balance. It's truth. It's honest. And that's come with power. Power is telling the truth to where something is broken and they try to tell you that you are a lie because they got in this way of living and this way of thinking and hurting people, and we're watching our children, watching our lineage be disintegrated before our eyes, and we are part of the problem, and nobody want to call them out because you're scared. That's why scared ones is for the weak. And then you got the ones with the tears. The tears are the one that cried, and still the ones that still found a way to keep getting up, still find a way to care, still find a way to do something, still find a way to share. You want to block somebody out, you want to take somebody out of here, you want to use my words, you can't, because you got to think about what knowledge are you going to send to the people other than lying? Because when you tell you, well, let me see if you can tell us the truth about something. When did this happen? How far did this go? If you didn't understand from the beginning that they said, let us make man in our own image. And these are the Nephilims that slept with the human. And these are their children that certified demons that went that way for the love of money. These are them that work in high places. And these are the people that communicate. They live in your communities. Excuse me. They live in our communities. These are them. Can you see which one is you? Can you see which one is them? If the choices you make is the ones we keep, those are the ones that's going to send people, and they're going to say they're going to send some sheep. Why? Because this is how this goes. They don't want to give up. They don't want to live life slow. They don't want to do it right from the beginning because that's too much hard work, and they can't take all the pain they put out. Because guess what? Whatever you say, whatever you do, the measure of your own hatred, that's the same thing that comes back to you. Why? Because you said it, and you said it for someone, and you did it to somebody that didn't deserve it. So it comes back to you. These are your words. Be careful. The words you say, you will want goodness if you wish it's something for somebody else to not to have it. And God said, this is me. This is mine. I made this one for me. You're crossing a line that you don't got no business in. You're not even in the right lane. You're not even in the right office. You didn't even read the goddamn memo. You didn't pay attention to when it says, these ones is my prophet, do them no harm. So, watch the water. I came too far away. It took so long for me to say, this is me. This is me today. After the storm and the rain, what else can you do but smile and say, thank you, Lord, for bringing me and letting all the ones of my loved ones. Yes, did you help me? Did you, was you there in some way? Did you play a part? Yes, you did. And thank God for all of you that played a wonderful part and a wonderful role of keeping secrets this day. Because all the things that I can say, I thank you and say, these are the things that help make me. Because of the things that was hidden, I'm not a liar, but I'm here to expose the things that need to be said. These are the things that have to be rocked to bed, because these are general curses that keep lingering, because families and friends and things like that keep holding secrets for people that you shouldn't hold secrets for. You should let the righteous be right, because those are the things that help you to get better in this life. If you can free yourself and say, let me let go of the things that's holding me back. If I hold on to things and baggage, how much is I putting on my soul? How much is I putting on my mind where I can't let go? These are the things you have to think about. If you don't, then these are the things that make us go crazy. These are the things that give us heart attacks and high blood pressure and make us overeat. Things that give us anxieties and things like that when we hold on to things that we shouldn't hold on to. These are the things that we should let go. These are the things that we should be thankful that we made it through. Who helped you to do it? You gotta say you something, a little inkling of your little feet and Twinkie legs or whatever it is that said, I got up. Surely there's another day for me to think more positive. If I can't do nothing else, can I think more better for today? Yes, it's a struggle. Sometimes you just lay down, you don't want to get up, and sometimes you can go at your own pace. You got to do something to deserve that part. It's something for the Lord to say, this one has chosen me anyway. And every time, I didn't tell her what to do. She thought about it's nobody and nothing that gives them more power and light and authority for the ones that praise me and said, Lord, I give it back to you. This is too much and it's too hard for me to figure this out. I can't turn anything around that's outside of me. This is your part. Do you understand? When you give the power back to the power that you ain't got, and you said, power, I can't see and I can't do the things you can do. So I ask you, and I ask you to give me the strength to trust and believe and keep going. The Lord said, if you keep going the way you honoring me, you doing it right. All your star lights and star cities and all the ones that's praising and got my back in this life, my ancestors said, we got you, we praising for you for doing it right. It is hard, but you're doing it and you're doing it right by the grace of God. Somebody trying to put out your lights. Somebody don't want you to stand up for the righteous and the ones that was wrong, the ones that was wrong and take out of here, the ones that was hung, the ones that can't sing, but they still singing a song. It's a praises if you listening to heaven. If you listen in your spirit, they say, we need to be vindicated. You can't just let people like Dr. Sebi and all the great people that was fighting for something and curing something that was bigger than their family and putting life out to the hill more than others, and we don't stand by that. We don't promote that. We don't say that man still needs to live because they took something out of here that they shouldn't have did. These are people that's playing God. Do you know when to say that they got to stop playing with God's kids? When you figure that out, then you can think about something. Until then, I greet you in peace. It was an honor of inspiring us to wake up to reality, because the world we live in is wrong. It took so long to make it to here, to see clear, That's something that you couldn't see, and it was so close. It was right up in front of you. It was walking around in front of you, and it was so clear to you that you couldn't see. It was hidden in plain sight, and you said, Lord, is you that lives in me, that you can pray clearly for those that don't see. It takes a love. It takes someone that's kind enough to say, people, we are in the future. We in the past, we are in the future, we in the present. We all three in one. It's time to wake up. Even if you want to take a piece, you want to get a plum, you want to take a piece of bubble gum, whatever you want to do, be your own pop. If you're gonna pop, make sure you popping in righteous. Be fair. Don't cast down people just because they did something wrong. It's not about exposing and making you feel bad. But if you did things to feel bad, then you deserve to feel it so you can learn to stop doing it, because that's how you made somebody else feel it. You cannot get something that's happy for you, making somebody else unhappy and thinking that that should be the right thing that should happen to you. And it's not going to happen because it's wrong. And the wrong is not permitted. To keep doing something against someone, something or someone that you least suspected, something got to stop because it's wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to do wrong things to people that deserve it. Good people, you got to get permission. You can't just do stuff to somebody without permission. You're going to have to ask the gods. What can you and can't you not do? If you travel to politicians and they told you to sit yourself down, this one is not to touch. I'm not going down for you. Don't do nothing. You need to sit down. This is bigger than you. You should want to listen. So if somebody ever sat down and told you that, and you keep getting more than one that keeps saying the same thing, and you like, I gotta do something. I don't want to go down. I don't want to give up. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess around now. Listen. If you did all the things and you had a long time, you need to think about a long time. What do you need to do? Make a right or wrong. Make it right with the person that you wrong. Be able to be a man or woman of conscience to say, I can overcome the things of darkness. If you can't, then that means that for you, eye for eye. If you take away family, family is taken away from you. Either way, you should be careful, because that's what's going to happen to each and every one. These are the things of the land that's saying to you, you should have sat down, young people. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to fly that the Lord cannot get to you, that your karma won't come back to you. I'm going to rock. I'm going to hide in the cave. I'm deep down diving. I'm going to go away. I'm going to just go swim in the cave. Wherever you go at, that's where it's going to, because your spirit is still following you. Why? Because it's attached to you. You chose the wrong side, so that's going to be the side that's going to attack you. And it's going to send people that's like you to attack you too. Why? Those are your friends. Those are your family. Those are the people you chose to say, yeah, these are the people that's like me. And then when you find out that those people don't like you because they don't have love either, they still going to turn around. Those are going to be the same ones that turn on each other. Do you not see how many of the Democrats and all the politicians is going against each other? Do you see their nations is rising against each other? It's time, because the fakers been faking and they getting told on. There's no more hiding. That means game's over. Game over. It's like in a rover. Somebody told me over. Somebody made me over. Why do you laugh? Because sometimes when you laugh, you keep from crying, because it's sad that everybody think that something you win is enough to hurt somebody and hurt many families and lineage, and to do something with a debased mind, to hurt women and children, to do something to say to take out your seeds, and then join forces with a world that goes against the righteousness of what the Most High said to be. Is to live in a state of unconsciousness, and then got the nerve to say, well, I can afford to buy something. You should afford to want to help somebody that is righteous. You should want to make it right with somebody that you made it unfair to. You should want to take a time to sit down and think about, what did I do? Why did I do those things? How can I make it right? I need to save my soul. It's not bowing down to somebody simple. It's thinking about, the Lord made somebody that was kind and righteous. Where would I ever have that again? Can I think about, if I needed a friend, did I push that one out? Do I still have time to get in? If the answer is no, because you succeeded all the times and you kept running around and did it intently, and you told God, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't want you. You're not good for me. You too slow for me. I'd rather have the devil, because they give me all the money. It gives me a house on top of a hill. You're not fit for me. Give me bread and kill you instead. I'll do everything for you. That's my God. I go to bed and you to listen. Whatever it is in Britain around you want to make. Take a bomb burst of heaven. Think about something that make you want to stand up for something that's true. Something when they say, "Oh, you like the Pink Panthers," or or the Panthers or the Black Panthers or whatever it is. You stand for something. You stand for justice. It's called something that's principled. It's something that you'll think of that is something that's more than you. When you don't have to follow the rules because the rules ain't working for you, but you ain't crossing their lines, so they shouldn't be trying to come for you. So when you do some strange things into my lane and come into my place, and I'm saying, wait a minute, hold on a second. Well, you don't look like you would stand up for yourself. Well, do I have two legs? I do. So I don't see why you don't think I can stand up, even though I'm shorter than you. I can be shorter or taller than you. The way how you perceive me is up to you. And you can see me as shorter as a little muffin, or you can see me as a giant. Whatever you want to see is up to you. Whatever your provision is, or whatever your vision is, whatever your prescription, let it be a prescription for you. You should have thought something. Do this prescription work for me? Or am I going against the prescription that was supposed to work for me? Or if I'm going against it in a way where I'm beating it up instead of making it work for me, I'm tearing myself down. Do you see what you're doing to you? Well, that's how many prescriptions that they'll send you to the doctors for. That's how much it's going to work for you. So if you take more than 12, you take more than 2, 6, and 8. And if you take it around the time, if you take 12 hours apart, then that's to regulate. Either way, these are the things that control you. These are the demons that talk to you. These are the things that make you dependable. If you depend on them, then it's their system. That's the way to control you. Now, and I'm not telling you that I'm that. I'm telling you that's what they do. So you want to get mad at me because I'm telling you that's how they do it. I worked for these people, went to their school, showed you how to do it. Show you that if you do this and you see how their mind work, and then you got to be dependent. Because if you don't take it, you got to go to your doctor. Let your doctor tell you if you should change. But don't stop taking it until you talk to your friend with the white jacket that got their degree. That's your trusted friend. That's your medical doctor. That's the one that gets paid to take you to the rest of your friends. So you can have a referral so they can refer you to all their friends. If you need special needs, they'll take you so they get special payment for you. And if that don't work, they'll send you to someone and tell you if you can stop or if they finish getting paid off for you. Then they'll say, oh, you don't have to come back unless you feel something. Let us know if you feel something tingly, if you feel something brand new. But either way, keep taking your pills. Don't stop. Yeah, Edison, Eliquis, warfarin, whatever kind of pills they got, Bufferin, all kinds of Motrins and all kinds of they pills, whatever it is that make you feel good. And it said, this is my happy pill. Something that controls substance that give you something that you can feel Ritalin, something that give you some Percocet that make you feel like you got some type of in and out chill. You all doped up, you like that feel. These are the things they put into you. They give you something called not Ritalin, what they call it, that they put fentanyl. That's what it is. Well, they put fentanyl in your drinks and give you alcohol poison, you dying of slow. These are the people that said they love you and you put your hands on the Bible. These are the ones that they said this is your God, and they'll call that God He is your God, and then you say amen after every statement. You see, that's to be hidden. That's an occult. Occult is to be hidden. That's not something that's evil. Something that's not being said, something that's not being told. That means that you're not saying enough. It means that you should want people to go pay attention to their life so they can read it and find out what line they fall in. So you can see if you was part of that story that's going to be told. That if you was hanging with them, that's going to fall. All the ones that's malicious, all kinds of ones that got their pride, ego, stealing, lying, backbiting, causing dissension, sleeping with people that's married, sleeping with somebody's husband, breaking up families and fathers with children, women coming in between other women with their children. These are beasts of the field. No spirit of righteousness would do that to another family or another woman or another man. They would have more respect because that's the part of the problem that's causing dissension to us, why we don't trust each other. You see, these are them. And then they go to church and they go to schools and they get degrees and they got religions and they say Allah and all these things, and or they'll be every kind of religion you need them to be, as long as it's going to pay them and let them get in the room so they can see. Some things you don't need to see. That's why some people is blind. Some people use their eyes wrongly. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it right there. Pay attention and take you back in time. Truth is, you never should have let me go. Yeah, let's get the because now I know whatever tell me all about you. And let me tell you how to be. Let me do it so wonderfully. And let me tell you all about you. And let me do it so nicely. So I can tell you all about you. If you didn't want to hear me, then I don't want to hear you. Can you talk back to me? And tell me that honestly, I just want you to see. Bye for now. Oh, I thought I ended it. I didn't even end it. So you got to see me sitting here. I'm hot, but I didn't even realize. I thought I was off. But in any case, I hope that I touch or enlighten someone, touch as many as others, and pray for those that can't pray for themselves. And remember to have strength and hope in yourself. That every time you get up and life is life and you can still smile through it, and you can still cry and still find a way to smile because you think about what it took for you to get through it, and you can say you were one tough cookie or one tough man or whatever it is. Be proud of yourself for the things that you changed about yourself. To say, surely I can't give up on myself because something is stronger than me, that's watching over me, that's putting me to be where I can look back and say, the Lord surely was covering me. Do you understand what that is? Give all strength and all hope to something that's greater than you. Be mindful and humble. Share love for those that don't have love so they can see what love looks like when you have unconditional love. And it's not to put someone down, it's to acknowledge that the Lord gave something in someone that can show the love that the Lord said to have. That is something to pay attention to. That is a love that is made to be an example for those that still feel sad or feel misplaced or whatever that is. Love yourself. Be somebody that say that you are really lovely. Somebody told me that she really loves me. And somebody told me that she really loves me. Somebody told me that they heard my heartbeat. And somebody told me that they heard my heart speak. Somebody told me that I was made special, specially to shine my light for all to see. Why the Most High have chosen me to be a beacon of light for the whole world to see. Who is that someone that was speaking to me? Could that someone be me? Could that be that she is me? She is the one that says that she loves me. After you get past and get through telling yourself that it's you that was talking to you, you are the one that said you love you. You are the one that helped yourself to remember that it's a God that worketh and speaketh to you. You are that one that you got to remember how far you came so you can speak to the people and the loved ones and tell the men and the women that it's one that is just for us and stands for many. That one is someone that love is a beacon of light. It's somebody that don't give up without a fight. Who is that one? Chosen. Who is she? Who's this one? Your mirror, the boogeyman that sat behind the door. Who is that one? Be careful. This one loves you, but the same one, and also same judgment. Why? It's time to tell the truth, people. Time to wake up. So I greet you in awe and greet you in peace. I hope you have peaceful sleep. Love, light, and love.